Ready, girl. It's gonna be awesome.
All right. If you want, I'd like to start off.
Yeah, we'll start in a seated position, like a meditation. You guys can start with your legs being crossed, or if you want, you can take more props, and by props I mean blankets, pillows, hoodies of boyfriends that no longer need their hoodies, and then you separate your knees. Here's another position that's really comfortable, depending on your bone structure, but separating your legs and then letting yourself sit on that, supported, whether it's a block or the other props, so that you can have your knees below your hips, so that blood is flowing down. And we're gonna start in a couple minutes, but just begin with sitting in this position and just sort of arriving at your space. We got another arrival. Sanchez. Hey girl, you can set yourself up. Good, Sanchez? Can you see?
What is
See me?
Gooch?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good. Set yourself up. We're going to start with a meditation position. So we've got 4 of you guys on here. It's so good to have everyone in this class. It's so fun for me to see everyone. You can come to a cross-legged position, or you can support your bum on separating the knees and then sitting so that your glutes are connected to the support, and your hands can be either on your lap. A comforting position is placing your right hand on top of your left with your thumbs touching, and just allow your ears to be in line with your shoulders. You can close your eyes, let your chin be slightly tilted down, just ever so slightly, and just begin to notice the feeling of your parts of your body that are connected to the ground. So whether that's the bottom of the feet or the top of the feet, the sides of the feet, and then bringing your awareness to the other connecting parts in your body and the floor. And now you can choose an anchor, a place to come back to, whether that be your breath or your body. So whatever you naturally gravitate towards finding as your place to come back to center, you can choose now for that to be your anchor. So if it is your breath, simply and if it's your body, noticing those connections of your body on the ground beneath you. When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. John Lennon. Give yourself permission to have positive feelings, whatever that positive energy is that you want to cultivate more of. Imagine that you're breathing that energy in and then letting it go. So whatever you give off is what's going to come back. So being mindful of what it is that you're giving off on the exhale, and then you're breathing in deeply, letting everything go on the exhale. One more deep breath in. Letting everything go. Slowly bringing your arms up above your head. You can keep your eyes closed if you want or keep them open. It's up to you. I'll describe it well. But interlace the fingers. Open the palms up towards the ceiling. Lift the arms up. Imagine that your body is a conduit of energy, because it is. And then letting your right hand come down to the ground, reaching your left arm up alongside your ears. Let the gaze, even if your eyes are closed, your head can be tilted up, so it would be imaginarily softly gazing above your left arm. And then reach your both hands back, interlace the fingers, open the palms up towards the ceiling, reaching those arms up high, lifting from the crown of your head, and then release that left hand down, letting your right arm be reaching across your ears over towards the side, really ground down on the right side of your body. And then release, bring your arms, both arms up this time. Just rotate your wrists as you bring your arms down. Rotating those wrists, starting to warm those wrist ligaments up. And then bringing your hands onto the ground. Walk your hands out in front. If you have the props here, you can set them aside. And then let your hips sink back towards your heels. Let the knees be wide, and then reach your arms out. Let your head drop down. And then walk your hands over towards the right side. Letting your hips come back further towards your heel. You got it, Sanchez. Relaxing the back of your neck. And then release, come back to center. And then walking over towards the left side, letting the head hang. And then release, come back to the center, walking yourself back up. This time, when you bring yourself up, you're gonna tuck the toes, stretching the bottoms of the toes. The bottoms of the toes. So you're gonna let your hips sink onto your heels, and then reach your arms up again, interlace the fingers, open the palms towards the ceiling, and then bring your arms over towards the right side, stretching along the left side. Inhale, lifting that spine, and then exhaling the energy out that you wish to bring more into your life, and then bring yourself back to the center, and then bring your arms over towards the left side. Still feeling that stretch on the bottoms of your feet, and then release. Bring your arms down, coming into a tabletop position. Letting your hands rest underneath your shoulders, and we're gonna move through some cow-cats. So let your knees be directly underneath your hips. Give yourself a few little shakes, left and right. Just kind of move around. You're mostly water, so you can allow yourself to kind of embrace that element. Dropping one shoulder and then the other. Good, and then letting the head move around in circles. Letting the feet flutter a bit. Rocking the feet together, rotating those ankles around in circles. And then we're gonna move through some cow-cats. So exhaling everything out, and then deep breath in, drop the belly, gazing up, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine, push down those arms, you got it. Pull that back up towards the ceiling, tuck the tailbone, good, and then inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up, so that's like the cow, and then exhale, cat spine. Good, 2 more rounds. I'm just gonna come close to see all of your bodies doing this. You got it. And then you can even make a sound that's like audible, as though it's the ocean. So it's pranayama breathing. You're going to constrict the throat. So one more round, a little extra round in there. Deep breath in as you drop. Beautiful. You got it. Exhale, cat spine. And then release, coming back to that tabletop position. Inhale, right leg up and back. Stretch that right leg back. And point the toes to the left side. So subsequently, you drop that right hip a little bit, and then gazing at that toe, and then bring that toe to tap onto the floor. And then bring that right knee towards the elbow, and then release that right foot back. Tap on the left side, and then back to the elbow. And then one more time, bring it over, tap. This time, you're gonna bring it to the elbow, and then swing it up to the outer edge of that right part of your mat. This time, you're gonna walk your foot down to the center, and you're gonna just kind of lunge yourself forwards and backwards, rocking yourself left and right. You can also tuck that back toe and lift your knee up if you want to kind of get a little bit more elevated stretch here, and then drop the knee. Also, you can or tuck the mat to double mat it underneath if it feels like a hard surface. It's up to you. And then lift those right toes up. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Holding here for 2. And 1. Bring that right foot back down. Plant the left hand onto the mat. Tuck the left toes. Lift that left knee. And then reach the right arm up and twist. Beautiful. Holding here for 3. Let that gaze go past those right fingertips. 2. Energy shooting through that left heel. 1. And then release. Bring the hand back down. Bring that right foot up and back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here, bend the knees left and right. Kind of just moving, dropping your hip. Let your ears be in between your biceps. And then release, coming on to a high push-up or plank. Drop the hips a little bit. And here we're gonna shift our weight forwards and backwards. So pull the core in. You guys are all very strong. So you're gonna let the shoulders be away from your ears as you rock yourself forward and back. Pull the core in, extend through the crown of the head and through the heels, and then release down to your knees. Shift your hips back, splay the knees out, and then bring your hips back to your heels. So you bring your hands alongside your feet, or you can reach them up. We're gonna hold that for 2 breaths. You got it. And then release, bring it back up. Move through some barrel rolls. So you're gonna drop your chest coming down, and then come up, cat spine. Drop, coming down, and up, cat spine. One more time on this direction. Imagine that a beam of light is coming out of the crown of your head. Good, now the other side. Down, and then up. And that beam of light is drawing a circle on the wall in front of you. Good, and then coming back to that tabletop position. Tuck the top of the hands onto the ground, so stretching out the tops of the wrists. One side and then the other. Here you go. You can do 2 separate. Yeah, there you go. And then give yourself some rocks left and right, or forwards and backwards. And then let the middle fingers come out to the side, so you splay this way, and then rock yourself left and right. So you can get the insides of those wrists also warmed up. Good, and then shift your hips back to your heels, shake your wrists out. Give yourself a little bit of a movement here. Relax the shoulders, come back to either your breath or your body, whichever it is that you're using as your anchor. And then release, plant the hands onto the ground, hands right underneath your shoulders, and then you're gonna inhale, lift the left leg up, and then point the left toes towards the right side, dropping that left hip slightly so that you square your hips off. There you go, Cordelia. Pull the shoulders away from your ears, and then tap that toe towards the right side, gaze at your left toe, and then bring that left knee in towards your elbow. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. And then bring one more. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, contract. And then bring that left foot to the outer edge first of the mat. And then walking it into the center. Here you can tuck that right toe and lift your heel or lift your knee up if you want to rock, or you can stay down low, kind of rock forward and backward, forward and backward. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, shift your weight back. Lift the left toes up, and then folding yourself forward. Stretch that whole, feeling that lengthening on the back of the left leg. And then release, place the hands onto the ground, tuck that right toe, lift that right knee, and bring that left foot up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up or plank, and then you're gonna lower down knees, then your chest, chin, then inhale, cobra. We're gonna hold here for a moment. Elbows by your rib cage. You can play with lifting your hands, pushing the tops of your feet on the ground, and then release, bring yourself down. Again, inhale, lift up. time, you're gonna interlace the fingers behind the back, and then pull those shoulders back. Push the top of the feet on the ground, lift your chest, holding for 2, come back to your breath or body, 1, and then release. Plant the hands on the ground, push yourself back up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and you're gonna walk slowly, not as slow as you can, but pretty slow, up to the front of the mat. Then inhale, slide those hands up alongside the shins, push your butt back, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold forward, and then inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. And then I'm going to move this back a little bit. Let the hands come by your side, let the palms be open. And just begin to, you can close your eyes if you want, and rock your feet a little bit to the side, to side. A little forwards and backwards. And notice what else in your body reacts when you are attending to that connection between your feet. Notice what parts of your back activates, or what parts of your body relax. Just begin to be aware of where your feet are right this moment. And connecting to your breath. And then take a deep breath in. Harden your lips, letting everything go so it's audible. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. And then exhaling everything out so you can hear it. 1 more like that. Deep breath in. And then letting everything go. Now we're going to do a little more of that push part of this flow class. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then give yourself a little back bend. Exhale, bring the hands out and down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands on the ground. Send the left foot back. We're coming into high lunge. So first, low lunge. Keep that left foot tucked, energy through the heels. Activate your core and your legs. Squeeze your legs together, so you're like squeezing by your midline, and then reach your arms up alongside your ears. Inhale. Find that balance. Interlace the fingers, place it behind the head, and then lift your chest up, elbows out towards the side. Inhale, and exhale, sink a little deeper, and then release your hands back up. Then the left hand onto the ground, reach the right arm up as you twist. Holding here, and then release, bring that hand back down. We're gonna open up into warrior 2 here. So pivot around that back foot, so it's gonna be parallel to the back of the mat, and then you're gonna push down your right foot, and then open your arms out, bending your right leg. There you go. Reaching your arms, you're bending your right front leg, good. Letting your gaze come past those right fingertips. And then letting your left hand come down to your side, reach your right arm up and over. Tuck your tailbone as you pull your core in. Check out your knee. You want that knee to be over your ankle and pointing towards that wall in front of you, and then release. Open back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Shorten the stance a little bit. Open the palms towards the front, like in the same direction that your chest is pointing. Then reach forward. Bring that right hand to the inside of the leg. Put your left arm up towards the ceiling as you twist, letting your chin come towards your shoulder. You got it, Sanchez. Bring that chin towards your shoulder. Beautiful, Margaret. And then release, bringing your arms back down, bending that knee, and then cartwheel the hands on either side of that right leg. Plant the hands onto the ground, push down into the ground, and pull that right foot up and back. 3-legged dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Moving through your flow. Inhale, high push-up or plank, pull the core and energy through those heels. Lowering down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And then inhale, cobra or upper facing dog. Elbows by your side, but shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, and then you can hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And then exhale, hands on heart center. Release your hands by your side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting everything go. Good. Again, on the left side now. Inhale, reach the arms up above head. Exhale, bring those hands down through the center, down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Push your butt back, so you're like an upside down L. Exhale, fold forward. Shift your weight to the left side and send that right leg back. So coming back into that high lunge, leading the left leg. Pull your legs, imagine that you're squeezing the mat together with your feet. And you're going to reach your arms up high, sink down low to this lunge. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your arms strong. Holding here. Inhale. And then interlacing the hands behind the small part of your back. The elbows come out to the side. Lifting the chest. Slightly if you feel it's not too uncomfortable. And then release your hands back up to that high lunge. Reach your right hand down to the ground and the left hand come up as you twist. Letting your gaze come up past those left fingertips. Inhale and then exhale. We're going to come into a warrior two on the other side. So you're going to pivot around that right heel and then open your arms up. So you're going to bend your left leg. Good. Letting those shoulders relax as you let your gaze come past your left fingertips. Keeping that front knee bent. Tugging your tailbone slightly. Good. There you go. Got my warriors. And then opening that left hand, reaching the right hand onto the back of that right leg. Left hand comes back alongside your ear as you gaze up, pulling the shoulder blades slightly together behind you. So you're opening your heart, holding here for a few breaths. If that left knee comes inward, you want to move it back out towards the left, so you're really opening up the hip as well. There you go. And then release back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, palms face forward, shorten the stance a little bit, coming to triangle. Reach that left arm forward and then bring the left hand to the inside of that left leg. Reach your right arm up as your chin comes toward your shoulder. Good. Open your heart, extending through the length of your spine and also rooting down with your feet. Being very aware of where your feet are. And then release. Coming back out, bending that front knee. And then rotating those hands, cartwheel them down to either side of that left foot. Plant those hands firmly in the ground. Bring the left foot up and back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up or plank. Exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and hop or step to the front and the back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And exhale, hands at heart center. Then release the hands by your side. Good. Shift your weight to the left side. You're going to bend the right knee, and then also bend the left knee. And we're going to very slowly extend that right leg back. Your hands can either come by your side, so you're doing an airplane, or you can reach your arms forward, so for a warrior three. It's whatever allows you to have that balance. Drop that right hip slightly so that you can have your hips squared off to the ground. And then very slowly, we're going to come into a warrior two. It's going to be a very slow warrior. It's like slow motion video of a warrior on TV. And then open the arms up as you place that back leg. Good. Bending that front knee. Relax the shoulders. Imagine you're like a conduit of energy, and that energy is coming up through your whole body, through the crown of your head, down through your feet. Let your right hand come to the outer edge of that leg, or back behind you. Reach that left arm up and over alongside your ear, bending, sinking into that left knee. So you really feel that opening of the hip. Beautiful. Pull the shoulders away and then release. Come back to warrior two. Letting that left hand come to the inside of the leg, or it can come down to the ground or to a block. As you reach that right arm alongside your ears as you're reaching it forward. And if you want to make this a little bit crazier, you can extend that left arm alongside your other ear. And then release, coming back out. Straighten that front leg. Letting the right hand come onto that back of the leg, reaching the left arm up and over alongside your ear. And then release, curl the hands down to either side of the leg. We're coming to a revolved triangle. So bring that back foot a little bit closer, 45-degree angle, so that right foot is pointing to that right corner of your mat. And then you're gonna place your right hand on your hip. Left hand can come to the left of your foot. You can come onto a supported block or a blanket. And then you can extend your left arm up. So you're twisting. So it's opposite. There you go. Holding here for 2 rounds of full breath. You got it. Beautiful, guys. And then release. Bring both hands to either side of that left foot. Push your hands down and bring that left foot up and back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up or plank energy through those heels. Lowering through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or cobra. Or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, swoop your arms up. And then exhale, hands at heart center. Good, coming back to your intention that you set. Whatever you want to give off, or whatever you want to give off, whatever you want to give off, that's what you'll surround yourself with. So coming back to whatever it is that you want to surround yourself with. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And then shifting your weight to the right side. Bend your left leg. And you're coming to a warrior 3 or an airplane with your arms. So you bend that left leg as you send it back. Find one point in front of you to focus on. Extending those arms either back behind you. Drop that left hip slightly so that you're really squaring your hips off. Use your core, extend through the spine. You're that conduit of energy, so really be mindful of what that action consists of. Here you can play with warrior 3, bring the hands to the heart center or extending them out in front. Holding for 2 more full breaths. And then we're going to come to a warrior 2. So bending both knees and then sending that left foot ever so slowly, warriors, coming down into a warrior 2 with good conviction. Letting that gaze come past that rose, right fingertips, letting the left hand come onto the left leg or back behind. Let's send the right arm up alongside. Sinking in, and then release, bringing that right hand to the inside of the hip. That left arm up alongside. You can bring that hand down to the floor as well, or you can lengthen it along the other side of your ear, or the other side of your head. Whatever it is that feels right. Opening the hips. Imagine that you're squeezing the mat. There you go, Cordelia. Imagine that you're squeezing the mat together underneath your feet so that you're really using your legs. Good, and then release, opening back up. Straighten that front leg. Shorten the stance. We're going to come into triangle first and then revolve triangle. So bring that right hand to the inside of that leg. Twist as you gaze up past the left fingertips. Holding here. And then release. Bring those hands down. Shorten the distance between your feet. Bring that left foot to be at a 45-degree angle. So it's like looking at your toes are kind of pointing a little bit towards that left-hand corner of the mat. Bring your right hand to your hip. Left hand comes to the outer edge of that right foot as you twist. And then play with lengthening that right arm up as you twist. Holding here for 3. You got it. 2. 1. And then release. Bring those hands back down. Plant them firmly onto the ground. And then bring that right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up or plank. Moving through your vinyasa. And then meeting in child's pose. your hips can sink back. Your knees can stay together. You can bring your hands to touch on your heels. Let your head relax down. Good, and just hold here for 3 full breaths, letting your whole body begin to just recalibrate. Good, and then slowly walking yourself back up. Sitting onto your feet. Then you're gonna push yourself up, coming into a camel position, or preparing for camel. So now you're gonna activate the whole front part of your body. So imagine your whole front body as just a complete board. You're gonna elevate those arms up, reaching those forward, and then you're gonna lean back, but you're still a board. So you're gonna bring those shoulders away from your ears and then come back forward. We're gonna do 2 more times. Leaning back, and then coming back forward. 1 more. Leaning back, hold. Maybe tap that right hand to the heel. Bring the arm back. Lengthen through your spine. Maybe tap the left hand to the heel. And then coming back. Plant the hands onto the lower part of your back. Inhale. So now I want you to listen as if you don't want to turn your head when you do this. So I'm not going to either because I'm going to be following. So you're going to lift your chest up towards the ceiling, let the head tilt back, push the hips forward, and stretch back. Holding here for a full 3 breaths. So go ahead. Now I'm going to lift up. Keep your eyes on the Sanchez. Keep your eyes forward. Don't be hurting that neck. Good, Margaret. Push those hips forward. You got it. Don't look at the screen. You just keep holding that. And then beautiful. And then release. Coming back down. Let the hips come and sit. And then you're going to let your left ear come towards your left shoulder. Maybe lengthen your spine a little bit. Gently placing your left hand around the tip of the ear. And you don't have to pull, just gently holding there. And then release. Other side, letting the right ear come down to that shoulder. Holding here, shoulders in line with the ears. And then bringing the right hand onto the other side as you pull. Ever so gently. And then release. Letting your head come down. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Maybe interlacing the fingers. Give yourself a little bit of a tug here. And then release. Bring your head back up. Lifting your chin up. Gazing up towards your ceiling. And then release. Coming back to the center. Shift your weight to the side. And then you're going to open up let your left leg come out. Imagine a beam of light is coming out of the hand. You're going to bring that hand out. Let the palm be facing up and let that hand come on towards the floor. You can also here have a block or another prop, whatever elevates your hand, so that there's a connection between your hand and the surface below you. Then you're going to reach your right arm up. And then this time you're going to bring the hands so that they're pointing towards each other. The palms. So if there's 2 beams of light coming out of these 2 palms, they're connecting like 2 little, those Star Wars things. I forget what they're called. You guys are all on mute, so I can't hear you, but I know some of you guys know what it is because you probably saw the movie laser beam things. Good. And then release, bringing it down. And now you're going to bring that extended foot up and around. So you're going to stack or bring that foot to the outside of your other leg. And then bring the left arm behind you. Reach the right arm up. And here you can hug that knee as you twist, letting your gaze come past your shoulder to the wall behind you. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then release. We're going to go from here into a pigeon. So you're going to slide extend that leg that was extended, and bring that right leg up, and then you're going to shift your weight forward, bringing yourself first up, so lifting your chest. Good. And here you can also take props and stick it under your butt. And now I'm going to go on to the other side. Yeah, good. And then you're gonna bring yourself down. Here you can stack your hands onto your forehead or underneath your forehead, or you can stack your fists. And we're gonna hold here for 5 full breaths. And then planting the hands onto the ground, slowly lifting yourself back up, and then you're gonna bend that back leg and maybe reach around and hold it with that same side of your foot. You're gonna play with bringing that foot closer towards your glutes or towards your head, whatever you kind of want to stretch a little bit more. You'll feel it in your back, making that C shape with your back. And then release. Bring that foot back down, swinging that leg back around. This time, lift that left leg and bring it over. And this time, you're going to stack your knees on top of each other. So this is one way to kind of stack it a little bit, is shift your weight forward, get onto your hands, and then come bringing you back. Bring your left arm up and then back behind you. Bring your right hand up and around, and you're going to try to connect either your fingers, maybe they touch, maybe they get close, maybe they're really far away, but you can grab a strap or like a piece of material or just your clothing. I forgot to tell you to grab a strap. And then you can let your head fall forward, letting your head rest on your knee. Relaxing your whole back, letting that space grow on your arms as those muscles are stretched. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Sabers, that's what they're called, sabers. And then uncrossing your legs, letting the little right leg come out. Sabers on the palms, bringing that right hand down to the floor. Inhale, reach that left arm up, and then stretching it over alongside your ear. You can close your eyes if you want. Just feel that lengthening. Imagine that energy, that electricity is coming through your body. It's folded, like you're folded up a little bit, but it's still extending through that whole core, through the crown of your head and through your arms. And allow your stretch to happen with your upper part of your body. Engage the stretch on the back of that right leg. And then release. Bring your hands back down. And then you're going to bring that right leg around. Plant the right hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And then hugging that leg as you twist. Letting your gaze come behind you. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release. Sliding that top leg around, coming into pigeon. Shift your weight forward as you kind of snake forward, planting those hands up in front of you. You can bring that left foot to be closer towards your wrists, and then good. And then plant your hands onto the ground, lengthen your spine. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, fold forward. Let your hands stack one on top of the other, or fists underneath your third eye, coming back to the intention that you set. Let your hips begin to open up a little bit more. Good. Relaxing the muscles behind your shoulder blades. Letting yourself sink in a little bit deeper. And then planting the hands onto the ground, lifting your chest up, lengthening the spine, and bending that back leg, reaching around, maybe grabbing onto that foot, bringing it towards either your head or towards your glutes, whatever is more kind of naturally, not that it's really natural either way, it feels like relatively unnatural, but just kind of feel into it. And I mean, when you started walking when you were an infant, that was not feeling too natural, but everybody else was doing it, so figured why not, same kind of thing. Lift in with your chest, and then exhale, bring the hands back down, Sweeping that leg around, and this time stacking the knees on top of each other, really hugging those feet close, maybe shifting your weight forward so you can stack those knees and then bring yourself back. This time bring that right arm up and then back behind, lower than your neck, as much as feels comfortable. Good, Kristen. And then bringing that left hand up and back, meeting towards your hands. Usually one side's easier than the other. And then lifting your chin, inhale, and then exhale, folding forward. Letting your forehead connect to your knee. And if you want, again, you can always use blocks or materials or just like a book and to make that connection so that your head is connecting to your knee. Holding here. You got it for 3. Relax your hips in for 2. 1. And then release. Bring yourself back up. Unlacing your feet. And then you're going to plant the toes onto the ground. Actually, go sideways. Lifting the spine up, so lengthening through your spine. We're going to do a little bit of a core thing until we do some spinal twist. Now you're going to lift one toe and then the other, and just kind of play with lifting those feet up. And then holding both. Interlacing the fingers. If you feel lower back pain here, no bueno. Place those toes on the ground and really focus on your core. But if you don't feel lower back pain and just the abdominal pain, you're good. Interlace the fingers, well, the good abdominal pain. Interlace the fingers, Charlie's Angels, releasing the pointer finger, crossing the thumbs, reach the palms, those fingers towards you. You're gonna pull the toes towards your fingertips, opening your hips a little bit here too, using your belly to control, and then extend those legs out, slowly rocking yourself, not rocking yourself, but extending your back, good. Straightening the legs, and then coming back in, pulling those fingertips towards your fingers or your toes, and then coming slowly back out. We're only gonna do 4 more of these, so make them count. Lengthening the spine, shoulders away from the ears, and then bringing yourself back in. And then extending it out, extending those legs out. Good. 2 more, bringing those toes and heels together, lengthening the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Good, extending it back out. That's 1, make it count, baby, make it count. Bring those fingertips in, touching, tapping those toes, extending those legs out. And now we're gonna hold here, let those hands come down towards the side. And here we're gonna cross the legs, do a little beep, beep, beep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Bring the knees. Palms can rest on the knees, extending those arms out, then bending the arms as your knees come in, making circles one way, and then the other. Then letting the knees cascade over towards the left side, letting your left hand come onto the outer edge of the right leg, letting your gaze come towards the right. Hold here for 5 full breaths. I'm getting up, y'all stay down. Just relax your whole body, letting that twist happen. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And then bringing those knees back up, hugging your knees towards your chest as you lay down. Good. And then cascade the knees over towards the other side. Towards the right side, letting that right hand come to the outer edge, twisting towards the left side. You can close your eyes. And just feel your body begin to sink into the ground. On the inhale, making space. And on the exhale, letting go. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And then bringing yourself back to the center, hugging the knees in towards your chest. Tucking your chin pulling your upper part of your back a little bit off the ground as you hug even closer, pulling that forehead towards the knee, and then slowly release, coming all the way out. Letting your whole body relax and lay still. You can grab yourself some socks or a nearby blanket if you want to cozy up for your brief savasana. So your body can reintegrate. Relaxing your eyebrows, Kristen. Margaret, letting your hips sink into the ground. Just noticing the sounds around you. Sanchez, relaxing between your eyebrows. Good. Monica, let your palms completely relax. You can rest your hands either on the floor or on your belly or your chest, whatever feels comfortable. Cordelia, relax your cheeks. Let your ears melt away from the sides of your face. Your whole body completely relaxed. Thoughts come into your mind, allow them to just be thoughts, recognizing them for what they are, and then letting them go. Begin to deepen your breath. And then let your pointer finger touch your thumb, then your middle finger, then your ring finger. Letting each finger tap your thumb, coming back into your body. Wiggling your toes. You can reach your hands up above your head, stretching your arms. And then bend the knees, pulling them up towards your chest. Rocking yourself left and right, left and right. Cradle yourself on the left side, holding your head with your left hand or your left arm. With your eyes still closed, allow yourself to be held by the energy that you've cultivated with the intention that you set. When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. John Lennon. Your eyes still closed. When you're ready, you can slowly push your way back up to a seated position. Let your hands rest on your knees, palms facing up or palms facing down, whatever it is. If you want to receive more, your palms can be facing up. If you want to kind of cut yourself off a little bit, if it's too much, you can place your palms down. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then letting everything go. This time moving your hands with it. Inhale, lifting your arms up, palms facing up, and then exhale, palms facing down, bringing your hands back down. One more time like that. Deep breath in, palms facing up, lifting up through the whole body, and then exhale, palms facing down, bringing your hands down to your knees. Bringing yourself back to your anchor. Bringing your hands to your heart center, bowing your head slightly, further connecting your hands, your heart, your breath, your mind, and your body. The light and teacher in me honors and bows the light and teacher in each of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me tonight, guys. Namaste. Love you guys. That was awesome. It was great. You all were
Goodbye. Thank you.
welcome, everyone. I'll see you.
Yes. Fine.
I can hear you. I just unmuted all of you guys. It was so nice to practice with you guys. You guys are awesome.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's really feel the energy in your like spaces. It's weird.
Yeah.
Thank God. Ooh, that Reiki energy. All right, good job, everyone. I'm here every Monday night,
Bye.
7:40.
All right, love you.
I love
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. My
Yeah.
pleasure. Bye.